poppin' gang? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a fire NBA YoungBoy type beat in FL Studio. He recently just dropped his album and it hit #1. I really like that Bad Morning song. Let's jump into how the producers made the melodies for that song and then take those same tips to our own beats. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Alright gang, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's show you exactly how they made the beat for Bad Mornings from NBA YoungBoy. And also, if you want to download the FLP, there'll be a link in the description where you can download this whole session and look at it and play around with it. So let's start off with a piano. So this is the piano here. This is in a B minor. You just start off with chords and basically using 3 different chords. And then on the top of that, while you're going down, you just add some variations in the melody to make it less repetitive. Same thing at the end. The melody is basically just repeated. And let's go ahead and hear it real quick. And I'm also using the Scott Storch plugin. This piano is super nice. I like this. It sounds really good to my ears. So that's what I'm using, along with a few effects on the piano, a little bit of EQ. Most of these are turned off. And of course, a SSL EQ channel strip on the piano just to spice it up a bit. And this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so when you're making your chords, just make sure like the bottom 2 notes are somewhere closer together. The root note is here and we're going up by 5. This one actually goes up by 6. And then from the middle chord, go up by 8. Sometimes you can play around with it. Sometimes it's like 9 or 7. You get a whole chord. So that's the piano there. In every NBA YoungBoy beat, there's gotta be a dope piano in there. You know what I'm saying? That's common sense. All right, so next we gotta go ahead and move on to the organ. So you gotta add an organ in there, kind of give it some church vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta take him to church. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I got an org here and it's from Beethoven himself. He got his own plugin, the Funky Fingers. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this. I'm pretty sure you got this plugin. Yeah, so I use his signature Zay instrumental organ. They added a few notes just to fill in the gaps, especially like when the piano is not doing much. You can see the piano is down here in the ghost highlighted color notes. So you can see the piano down here and you can see when the piano is just playing a note, you know, you got some riffs here and there from the organ. So that's what I added. So let's check out the effects. So on the effects, I added just the EQ. I really didn't do much to it. I could probably add some EQ to it. So let's just go ahead and play it and I'm gonna actually EQ it in real time. So that's the organ there. And also, if you want to download the FLP, there'll be a link in the description where you can download this whole session and look at it and play around with it. Next is the bass. You got to add some groovy bass in there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're making an NBA YoungBoy type beat. This is like I said, it feels like all these instruments that they're using can actually be played in the church band. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your bass, you got your piano, you got your organ. You know what I'm saying? Like what else could you ask for? That's all the instruments out of a church. We got a bass melody here that they use. And again, I'm using Funky Fingers because Beethoven has a lot of those church sounds that you can really get. So I'm using bass downer and this is what I got to get as close as the actual song as I could. That's what I found, that bass sounded pretty similar. So let's hear it real quick. So that's the bass there. That's in the song. And then basically next is pretty much just the drums. So here's the drums. The hi-hat is pretty simple, just little rolls here and there in the pattern, basic simple rolls, nothing like over the top. And basically the kicks are really only coming in exactly like where like the piano comes in, playing around that part, really just coming in on the downbeat, just playing off of those notes there. And let's just go ahead and hear the whole drums all together. And that pattern right there is so simple. I promise you could have made that drum pattern, you know what I'm saying? But it hit #1 on iTunes, you know what I'm saying? So don't overthink your work process sometimes. Just step back and just take your time. Real quick, I just want to jump into one of our sponsors. Shout out to Bullseye Audio. If you're looking to mix and master, but you only have Apple earbuds, you need Neptune. Transforms your Apple earbuds into a world-class audio production device. Neptune is configured exclusively for Apple earbuds. If you're in a situation where you don't have high quality headphones and you need to mix and master your music, you need Neptune. It'll change the frequency response of the Apple earbuds headphones to be flat, so you're hearing everything accurately. They have a 14-day trial and you get 15% off by using the code 30killer15. Link in the description. All right, so now we got another beat that I did, taking those same tips that we took from Bad Morning Vibes or whatever it's called, keeping it simple as far as the drums, and then just adding some church element vibe to it. If you don't know what church element vibe means, you got to go to church one Sunday and just listen to the music, and then you might make a better NBA YoungBoy beat the next day. I promise you, I don't know. So let's go ahead and start off with the piano. So here we go. We got a piano right here, and I'm using the exact same one as last time, the Scott Storch plugin. This song right here is also in an A B minor. This beat is somewhat similar to Bad Morning, where you have the 3 chords here, and then you have the sprinkles at the top, just giving it some more variations to make sure it's not repetitive. I basically use the same effects as last time too as well, but let's hear it real quick. All right, so that's the piano there, and I added this hit in there that I thought that NBA YoungBoy would probably like if he heard this in his beat. I found this off a splice somewhere, and this is what it sounds like. So I thought that sounded good, but I pitched it down an octave, and this is what it sounds like. So I thought that sounded dope. I didn't want the piano to play those same high notes and everything throughout the entire beat, so I switched it up where I added just the chords and without the little extra giblets at the top. As you can see here, it's just the chords by itself, and at different parts of the beat, it just plays that. Next, I found this loop, and it's in the exact same key as my beat, so I added it in, and it's a guitar, so you know, you like gotta add some guitars in your beat sometime, you know what I'm saying? So let's just hear it real quick. So that's what it sounds like, but I wanted to actually pitch it up like all the way and then add a slow-mo effect to it to change it up. I think that sounded a lot better, and it just makes it sound a little bit more different instead of just using the exact loop that I just downloaded, you know what I mean? Just make it stand out a little bit. Next is going to the drums. Sometimes they actually use 808s in their beats and stuff like that instead of like the church bass, you know? So I actually use the 808 in here, only basically playing around the piano, you know what I'm saying? Where the piano hits, you know, make sure I have some hits around that and bounce enough off the melody. Same thing with the kick, that's what I'm doing here, and you can see I'm just only playing around certain spots where the melody plays. Same thing with the hi-hat. I'm just only putting rows here and there. Okay, here you can see my hi-hats here, and it looks very simple, not overly done, not complex at all. One thing you gotta add to as well is the church organ. I used the exact same one from the last beat. Just played around in that A B minor and just only used a couple notes from the organ. And you can see here I added some variations in there just to like make it sound a little bit more realistic, even though it's not. With everything together, the whole beat sounds like this. Let me know what you guys thought about the beats. Let me know what you thought about NBA YoungBoy's album. Did you like his album? Did you not? What was your favorite song off the album? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Hopefully you guys stay safe, and remember, it's only a matter of time. Peace.